amend Section 25 of the Constitution in order to provide for the expropriation of land without compensation. We are still waiting for Parliament to come back to us and give us a report how far they have gone with that job we gave them. That is the most important job. It's in fact a priority, a #1 job. All these other peripheral things should follow, should come second. The most important thing is that Parliament comes back and tells the people that yes, we have amended Section 25 of the Constitution, and tell us that now we are getting on with the work of expropriating land without compensation and giving it to the people to whom it rightfully belongs. It is very painful for some of us when we visit these areas which are owned by white farmers, and we witness the conditions under which black people live. These people do not get the services that government is supposed to provide for them because these white farmers refuse that these services be brought into these areas. Therefore, these people do not benefit from our new democracy. Even if you want to call a meeting with the residents who reside on white farms, you are not able to do so. You are not allowed because the white farmer will not welcome you to come into his property and influence his people and give them ideas that they have rights. So he makes it a point that they do not get serviced by ward councillors. It is very painful to see the destruction and the dilapidation of certain buildings such as schools and clinics on these farms. For instance, there is a school called the Dream Combined School, I think, which is dilapidated and is falling apart. I can't go to sleep at night because I stay awake worrying that the principal of that school is going to call me and tell me that the school has come down, has been destroyed, or that children have been injured or killed by the building because it is very unstable. But government cannot go in there and repair that school because the white farmer refuses to let government do so. There is also a clinic there which is also dilapidated, and the department cannot do anything because it is under the control of some timber company which controls the area, which also refuse to let government come and do any repairs to that clinic so that people can benefit from that service. Therefore, I would like to support the call that has been made by others that let government take or bring back the land that belongs to the people, to its rightful owners, without having to pay any compensation.
Sanibonani mphakathi. Uzofana yanqumalo onibingelelayo. Uhlala la eMakhras Farmer. Saklemi Plaza ngo-2005, iplaza Artinopel. Sakhulela khona, umkhulu wethu wakhulisa bobaba lapho. Sebaze bashona bonke bobaba, iplaza litholakali. Uhulumeni siyacela, uhulumeni lokubashintshana ukuthi ake kubukeke leyikelemu ezila ema-office eyidizelwa yilabelungu. Ngoba thina sithi siyakhuluma ukuthi ungamnaki umuntu onganamali. Kufika umlungu athi ufuna ukusebenza yena akhiphe imali anike leyigebengu ezila ema-office kahulumeni. Sithathe le mali sibathe siyagijima asisizakali. Thine lapha kuleli plaza kusebenze bobaba nabo anti kwasebenza thine. Lo mlungu asifuyela izinja zesiluma sisebenza asilumisa ngezinja. Kodwa laba abantu abasema-office namuhla abangazange babuthole lobunzima abafuni nalomhlaba. Siyajabula uhulumende mangabe uthi umhlaba awuthathwe mahala. Manje bengisebenza lapha eklebha ngakhe khona ungiqoshile umlungu wathi angihambe eplazini lakhe ngiyahlupha. Wankambela indawo engangale ndlu wathi inkomo zami fanele zidle la angihambe ngiyomangala la ngithanda khona. Yena usebenze kahulumeni la eStott Farmer. Uhulumeni umthetho uyawazi yena wakahulumeni awusho next. Mawukhipha nje imali bayayilungisa lento. Awu ngiyabonga uhulumende nangasibonela leyigebengu angayikhiphi lapha ngoba kufuneka ayibekele umnyaka nazo ayiqoshe lapha afaka abantu abasha. Zihleli ikhuluphele nasibika ukuhlupheka ukuthi umlungu wenza nje azinendaba gijima umlungu emva kwethu azofaka imali.
My name is Mr. Nxumalo. I would like to inform the members of parliament that my family put in a claim on a particular farm on which I grew up. My grandfather was born and grew up on that farm. My father and his siblings were born and they grew up on that farm. And all of these people have since died. But we still have not received the farm back. Now, what is painful is that there are white people who receive farms, their claims are processed, and they get farms all the time just because they have money. They have money to bribe officials who work for government. And because we are poor, we do not have money. We don't matter. Therefore, I am very unhappy about this situation. I would like government to intervene or parliament to intervene and address these issues because these are burning issues and these are the issues that people on farms have to contend with all the time. I have recently been evicted from a farm and I have reported my case at the appropriate government offices. But because I do not have money to pay a bribe, to pay the government officials any bribes, My case has not been attended to, it has not been resolved. Therefore, I support the call that land should be expropriated and given back to its rightful owners without any compensation.
Sanibona. Ngisukumile ngumama Mabasa. Ngihlala eThuthukane. Lento. Ngendeleka Mabasa. Yazi mabakhuluma ngabelungu, ngiva ubuhlungu kabi. Umlungu wangihlukumeza. Waze wangihlukumezisa, ngazitshela ukuthi angisanawuphinda ngimsebenzele. Kodwa ngesimo sokuthi angifundanga, angizange ngangena esikolweni, umlungu ngamqala ngimncane ukumsebenza till manje. Ngiyaphinda ngabuyela ngayosebenza umlungu, ngiyamsebenza manje. Kumanje ngiyasaba njengoba ngikhuluma lana ukuthi mangangibona ngizoqoshwa. Ene mase ngikoshiwe sengiya eLabour ngiya kuphi ngalithola usizo. Sengijimile angazi inhliziyo yami seyihluthukile kodwa kusho ukuthi uNkulunkulu mase sekuthanda yena kuzolunga. Angazi sitshezisiwe siyahlukunyezwa belungu. Sicela umhlaba ubuye kithi. Sicela ubuyele kithi sizokhona nathi ukuba nemali. Azange safunda, azange senza next, bobaba bebakhonza ngathi. Ngimncane ngigibela ekani esitulweni eVasbakini ngeza izitsha. Kodwa namhlanje ngigugile anginalutho. Ngisho ibank anginalo, bona banemabhenki banayo yonke into. Ngesimo ngiyamsebenza umlungu wamthili manje. Mara nje ngingam bengasathandi ngendlela angigqilaza ngayo, wangiqosha eplazini, wangikhipha wangilahlela estradini. Kwangabe izindaba zalutho. Sangatholi ngisho izimali, ngisho ini isincephezelo next kodwa bona bathi bafuna incephezelo kanjani? Ngicela ukungakhulumi kakhulu ngoba mhlambe ngiyabona ngizofika ngiqoshwe ngithi ngigijima kuboleba bangangisizi bangitshela ukuthi angiphume. Ngisale kahle.
My name is Mrs. Mabasa. I would like to tell you a story about how a white person, one particular white person, has abused, ill-treated and harassed me for a very long time, from when I was still very young. It got to a point where I told myself that I was never going to work for a white person anymore. However, because I am uneducated, I do not have a choice. I have to work for that white person. Even as I stand here, I am afraid that if he were to find out that I was here and I was saying the things that I am saying, I would be fired or I would be evicted from the farm. And after that, even if I were to go to the Department of Labor to lay or lodge a complaint, I would not get any assistance. I would find myself stranded. As black people who have been punished by white people for a very, very long time. And because we are not educated, there isn't much that we can do to change the situation. From a young age, I used to stand on a chair in order to wash the dishes. That's how young I was. And now I am old. I still work for a white person. I have nothing that I can call my own. And they, the white people, they have everything. They have money, and they have the land, and they have property, they have everything. I have nothing. Yet, I still work for a white person. If I were to be evicted, for instance, I would live without any money, because when black people are evicted from farms, they leave empty-handed, they have nothing. So I also support the call that has been made by others that the land should be taken from white people and given to black people, and no compensation should be paid for that. They have ill-treated us and abused us long enough, and it has to stop.
Siyabonga, siyabulela to all those who presented their political parties' views, their individual views, their civic organizations' views. We are taking all these views. As you have seen, we are having those that are recording. We are also taking notes. As we indicated earlier on, this is not the process of amending Section 25. You are correct when you say public hearings were done. And as such, yesterday, the ad hoc committee that is dealing with amendment of Section 25 adopted the report of the public hearings. That was done yesterday in Parliament. By the 31st of March, they are going to table to the Parliament the report of that committee, which we will discuss. At the time, we will still be going to other provinces, because this process of visiting provinces for public hearings for the Expropriation Bill, the last province that will visit is Western Cape, and that will be in June. After that, we'll meet as the committee, take all your presentation, consolidate them with the written submissions that we received and the oral presentations, and we will discuss as the committee. Where the majority view is saying that we must change a certain clause, we will, of course, invite our legal services to advise us on those clauses that you want us to change. Then, August or September, it's when we will, after many discussions, of course, we will table this in Parliament. So it is not contradicting what was done by Section 25. If you see the timelines, the last date of that ad hoc committee is the 31st of May. But nevertheless, we really appreciate that you took your time today in a Saturday and came here and presented your views. All your views are important to us. We will also take those that don't belong to this committee and refer them to the relevant committee. We have heard a lot about land claims, about people being chased out of the farms. We will refer those to the portfolio committee that deals with agriculture and land reform. We will refer that, all the issues that you are raising here. Siyabulela again, siyabonga. Thank you. Oh, I thought I was going to interpret. Okay, the meeting is adjourned. Nihambe kakuhle, going back home. Siyabulela ukuba nibe nathi namhlanje.